Hello, Viviana here. Welcome to this video in which I'm going to show this specific task for my portfolio. It forms part of the sales department, and I really wanted to have it added because this task is taking me 2.5 days during the week, and it optimizes the sales as much as possible. So I think it's really nice, and I'm in contact with stakeholders of the company in order to make it possible. So I think it's like very complete, and it should be part of my portfolio. So when I joined the company in September, they had this strategy meeting in which they were discussing how to optimize the sales for this final quarter 4 of the year. And this decision was that me and somebody else in the team were gonna clean the database of companies that they have on Hubspot, which is the software or website that they use. And from there, we were going to choose which companies were more feasible to work with Frisbit, update all the data that is in this database, and add contact information. So Frisbit works for companies that are e-commerces, right? But of course, they need to contact somebody to try to make the sale possible, as it's a B2B company. So potential customers in this aspect are managers of the company, managers on digital marketing, CRM, manager of e-commerce, or maybe it's a small company and it's just a CEO. So part of my job is to find who that person is that we need to contact with and what the contact information is and verify it basically. So right now I'm taking care of companies that are in Spain, Mexico, or Panama. Well, and Panama. I'm gonna start sharing right now. So the first thing that I do is go to Hubspot. They have, as I said, thousands of companies. So I literally go one by one and check that company and check if it's feasible, then find who we can contact, verify the information, and then it's not part of my job yet, I don't know in the future, to contact them directly myself. So for example, I find all the information and then I go into a meeting with somebody else from my team who's also doing this. And then we start assigning who in the marketing, in the sales department is gonna do this. And we try to do it as dividing it equally. So that's also part of it. And they use HubSpot because they also choose like the product that they're selling and the price for it. So in that way, we can see if we make the sale possible, how much revenue we actually can get, and then it bundles it all together. So in the end, you can see how much money you can make if you make all the sales possible. Well, so target customer will be, as I said, an e-commerce. But they need to have a specific criteria, which is having a minimum of 100,000 in monthly traffic. So, as I said, I have to check each one of these companies and check their monthly traffic. So, for example, I'm here in number 18 right now because I was doing it, working on it yesterday. I know because, for example, before I joined, they were using the K, but now they want to have the full number. So I know like this is a full number, so then I finished here yesterday. For example, a way to check that is I go to preview of this company, then I copy and I go to SimilarWeb. They have 69,000, it doesn't work. So then I type here 69,000 and then I skip. I don't check anymore because it just doesn't work. So I go on and on. I already chose a company that I was working with yesterday, just for matters of time, because I'm not gonna check and verify all the contact information in this video, because otherwise it's gonna make it too long. This company, let me go here. So they have monthly traffic of 659,000, which is perfect. What I do is that I also have to like check the settings of the company. I check if they already have web push, which will pop up a screen here asking the customer like, do you want to get notifications? Then that's a web push. And I check their technologies. So for that, I use Wapalizer as an extension, and I search for Google Tag Manager, which makes very quick the implementation of FreeSpeed in the company. They have Google Tag Manager. They don't have web push. So I'm just gonna close this. Then I write here like yes, no, like where is it in Galicia, Spain. I try to find the phone number, and yeah. So then I go to contact. So then I go to Sales Navigator. That's what the company uses. And then here I type the name, Adolfo Dominguez. And for example, I just add filters, right? So I can put Spain because I know that's a market. If maybe it was Mexico, then I just put Mexico or Panama. Because of course, in a company, they can have people everywhere in the world because they work in many markets. But if we just want to work with this company in Mexico, then we need to find the managers that are in Mexico, because those are gonna be the decision makers. Then, for example, here in current job title, I just try different things. I can try e-commerce, see what pops up. Oh my God. There. Here, as you can see, there are many people that work in the e-commerce. So e-commerce director, project manager, product manager, e-commerce marketplaces. So of course, I'm not gonna add all of them. I just chose which one is the more feasible. So I will go for the e-commerce director in Spain. Then here, I use another extension, which is Sales Navigator. Well, first I have to like read the description, right? And then just make sure that it's like a nice contact to have. Then I decide yes. And I use extensions to see their contact information. For example, I use Sales Navigator in this case, and they give this one, so I copy it, and then I have to verify that it exists. One way of doing it is I use Find That Lead, which is another extension, and I can do verify. I just copy the link there, and it has a green check, correct email. In this case, what I will have done is just go here on my Gmail, and usually when the email is correct and it's in use, then the picture is different than just the one that it's already put. So this one is in purple, so I know that it's correct. Maybe, for example, if it wouldn't give me any email, then I will try here, for example, Adolfo Dominguez. And then it gives you like emails. I can also add the name of the person. So, I don't know, Ana Oka. Yeah, here. So I can copy it and then go to Gmail and double check that it's correct. So I do that, and I also try to, for example, not only have people from e-commerce. I try to have people that, for example, one of e-commerce, one of digital marketing, one of CRM. Maybe if it's a small company, then I also add the CEO, um, because probably that's gonna be the person that chooses. Okay, yeah, let's use FreeSpeed. For example, here I already did this one, as I said, and I have a global head of marketing, an e-commerce director, a marketing manager, and yeah, basically that. So as you can see, there are many people. So what I do also is that I add a note, and then I like put a list of priority. So then the salesperson can know, like, okay, well, this person, then I contact this person first, maybe this second later, then this one third if the other person's people didn't reply. So that saves time for them. And I make the executive decision of who's going to be first, second, and third, like in the list. After I add all of that, then I have to create a deal. I'm just gonna make a fake one, just so you know how I do it. So here, for example, I don't put myself as a deal owner. I just put no owner. Then here I have to add all like all the people that I selected, right? There are many. So this one's this is a nice example. So when I checked this company, they had all these contacts. I cleaned all of that and lowered it to 4 or 5 contacts. I'll check in a moment. So that's part of the job, like checking each of these contacts if the company has contacts and deleting and making the decision of, okay, yeah, this one, I don't think that it works. So it's nice because it's also like you have the power to make the decision. Here, I always go for the last one. It's the product. And based on how many monthly traffics they have, then I put a number. So 659 will be 6 in this case, because it goes by 100. And when I do create, it's very nice because then it gives you the amount of money that you will earn if you make the sale possible. In this case, I already finished it, so the amount will be 693,000. Here, for example, I worked on all of these companies yesterday and the day before. They haven't been assigned yet. But yeah, just so you can see, for example, if we make the sale possible of Welling, they will have an 8,000 revenue. And then here in total deal amount, it's extremely nice because then you have like an overall of if you make all the sales possible, how much money you will earn. So I think that also works as a incentivator for the sales team. So yes, basically that. I can also show you like the contacts that I've created. Yeah, so all these contacts I've created so far. Yeah, well, huge mix of companies. Nutrisport, Wonders, PetClick, Sephora, all of these companies. So yeah. Well, I think that's it. If I take out the deal owner here so you can see it. Yeah, so well, those are like not assigned yet. Yeah, so for example, after we do like a lot of them, as you saw, all those unassigned, we go in a meeting and then we start assigning like, okay, well, these companies are, for example, in Colombia, and Christian Mora, he takes care of South America. So then we assign it to him. Checking the numbers also, because it's not feasible that Christian is gonna have like 50 companies that he has to contact to, and then not Ata, but Oscar or Leo here. Oscar has 10 companies that he has to contact to, so it's not feasible in that way. It wouldn't be equal. So then we also check that, and we make sure that all the three of them are, yeah, equal. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop sharing. So yeah, as you can see, it's a really heavy task. It requires a lot of detail, being detail oriented, and I like it because it's also like, I don't know, you have to be assertive and work on your decision making. So you can have the power on that. Like, okay, you're gonna choose whose person is gonna be the contact, the priority, and you really need to do it good, like the verification, so the sales team can actually contact the people. And yeah, it's very like heavy and needed task. So yeah, that's why I wanted to put it on my portfolio. The I thought that the easiest way to do it and show you what I actually do is through this video, because on the screenshots is just, I don't think that it really shows what I do. So yeah, well, I hope that you liked it, and thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.